Yeah, is that what you're trying to do here? How are we gonna get into them?
We'll get in through the tailgate.
2 tents, 1 ladder.
And climb through the window?
Yeah.
Okay.
Get my fat dog in there.
Don't worry about it.
It's all gonna work. We just climb in through the window.
Okay. Airing down.
I just want to go smooth.
What is this, geriatric overlanding?
Well, I'm airing down because this trail is gnarly.
It is.
I don't know if this could do it. I don't know if this could do it.
I don't know, man. Those tires are kind of wimpy. I don't know if it'll...
No, I just want to air down so I just float, like I don't even notice the washboard.
Okay. What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. It is early December, and as you could probably tell from the ride in, Colorado has almost no snow. This is one of the longest that we have been without snow, and it's kind of ridiculous. So we're squeezing in one quick camping trip now that I got to Tacoma at a level that I'm really happy with. There's still a little bit more to do, but it's gonna be a good time. Does this count as a weekender lander, Mike?
Yeah, man, it's not a weekend. We're on the land.
It is a weekend. This is Philip. What's up, dude?
What's up?
How you doing?
Good, man.
Jason?
Yo, yo.
What's up?
What's happening?
Let's get a quick rundown of the rigs. So if you guys thought that I built my Tacoma quickly, this is Jason's new Tundra, and he built this thing probably just as fast as my Tacoma. I've got the smallest truck out of the lineup right now because he's got this super nice looking black multicam wrap Tundra. And then as we move back a little bit, Mike's got the Tremor out. This thing is going to be given away by Mike and Diamondback, and that raffle and everything starts at the beginning of next month. So I'll give you guys some info on that when the time comes, or you can just check it out through Mike's channel. Now back to Philip's rig. He's got a 4Runner, nice and clean as of right now. And this road that we're about to embark on is crazy washboard. So that is why Mike is airing down. Instead of me airing down, I'm gonna do something a little bit different this time because it's only washboard for like a mile or so. It's just gonna be a nice, easy camp spot. Instead of taking air out of the tires, I'm going to adjust my Fox 2.5 DSC in both the front and the rear. We're gonna soften it up a little bit and hit the trail to the camp spot.
There's gonna be like no washboard,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna have done all this for no reason.
It's all freshly graded and everything. All right, so Mike's finishing up airing down. I have turned my clickers to soft all the way around, almost as soft as it goes, which is gonna be pretty extreme for this right here, but I haven't adjusted it before, so I just wanna go to the extreme to see how cloud-like it feels. Look at those squishy things, dude. They're like marshmallows.
Squish, squish.
Shout out to Black Rhino and Toyo Tires. You guys rock. All right, guys, we are currently searching for a camp spot. Softening up the DSC controllers on there, great idea. It's a lot faster than airing down, and it made the ride pretty good. Came across the washboard at about like 40, 45 miles an hour, and it just kind of like hops right over it. How was your cushy ride, Mike?
It's so smooth.
It looks like a cloud when you're like hitting stuff.
Oh, it's so nice.
Dude,
I mean,
Jason getting it.
yeah, I told him he doesn't have a camera, so I told him to pull over there and get a photo for him. So go grab him.
We are kind of burning daylight right now because I want to show you guys how I set up my iKamper Skycamp Mini. So we're gonna go park and we'll get right into that.
Like, let's get to camp.
I want to camp, and you brought whiskey. All right, guys, we've made it to our camp spot. Had a little bit of fun, took some photos along the way. Mike and I are gonna set up our iKamper tents, kind of ridiculous.
First ever iKamper space dock.
We're gonna space dock the tents.
Tip to tip.
Dude, that thing is so big compared to the Mini. Oh my
We
gosh.
could all sleep in here, literally.
We could, it'd be
We
warmer.
should.
And why am I in a ground tent then?
So typically you would get your truck situated to where you want to open it, but since Mike and I are doing this kind of dumb thing with the tents, I'm gonna start by opening this up, and then I'm gonna move the truck to make sure I have enough clearance next to Mike's. So this, put the key in, unlock it, put it back up and lock it.
Beautiful.
Beautiful, that's pretty much it.
You just drive like that.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
That
totally
just guide
good.
me into place.
Sweet. So basically, just for kicks, we're gonna have opening to opening. So Talon's gonna pull in here. So just basically try and get as close to my truck as possible.
Fantastic, they're gonna space dock.
All right, turn hard this way. You're fine. Okay, now chill. There, that's about as far as you can go. Now I will pull forward.
Yeah, is that what you're trying to do here? How are we gonna get into them?
Get in through the tailgate.
2 tents, 1 ladder.
And climb through the window? Okay.
Don't worry about it.
It's all gonna work. We just climb in through the window.
Okay.
It's gonna be great.
This is gonna be great. So I was planning on showing you guys the proper way to set up this tent, but Mike has these other plans, so enjoy this creation that we're working on now.
It's called iKamper space docking, so we're gonna trademark that. And what it's basically gonna do is turn our one bedroom tent into a 2-bedroom apartment.
Does look pretty good.
I load my dog in from the tailgate through this window, so we can just climb in through the window.
That's true. Then I can just put my tailgate down.
This is not it's not practical. We're just doing it because we can.
Oh yeah, this'll work. Well, I got my tent all set up now, and partly with Mike's creation, we have parked our trucks in such a way that I can go from the iKamper Mini right over here into Mike's huge tent. This might be a pretty good idea.
Dude, it's kind of fun. I don't know that we're gonna sleep like that, but it's like a dope tree fort, basically.
No, if we're sleeping this way, I'm gonna have to flip my truck around because if it's gonna get windy, it's coming from that way. Going back to the Mini. All right, so this is gonna be the setup for tonight. It's probably going down to like the low 30s, depending on the wind factor. Could get a little bit windy because we're kind of on top of a little hill or mountain. So in order to stay somewhat warm, I'm gonna zip this entire thing up. I'm gonna have the windows closed, obviously. I don't have the insulated cover for this, but I do have the hard side here, which has a little bit of insulation. And then as far as sleeping goes, I have this super old school hand-me-down mummy bag that my dad gave me a long time ago. And I believe this is some type of like military surplus. I'm not even really sure the brand on this, but this thing should keep me pretty warm down to the 30s. Got a pillow, but I got something new from someone who I met at the Overland Expo down in Flagstaff. All right, so this thing right here is coming from Aeronaut Outdoors, and it's what they call their hover quilt. Super high quality, sort of like sleeping bag type of material, but it's filled with 750 goose down, and this thing is rated down to about 30 degrees. It's super big. It's like oversized, good for 2 people. And then it also has some little loops on here so you can sort of burrito yourself up in here. You sort of put the loops together and there's no zipper or anything, but it looks like something that you would see in like a spaceship. So it's already really warm. Now that it's uncompressed, the down is like fluffing out. Have you seen the hover quilts from Aeronaut Outdoors? You have them with you? Have you? You forgot it at home. Well, I'm super warm right now, so Yeah, thanks to Aeronaut Outdoors for sending this out. I will let you guys know what I think about it after a full night's sleep. So Jason made the mistake of making his Instagram handle Overland Eats, which means he's in charge of food.
Never should have done. If I would have known I was going to do this more often, I would have done something totally different. But here we are,
so
with an oven in the woods.
Look at this Camp Chef oven. He's got a lot of Camp Chef stuff.
Look, this is what your pals can make over Christmas. You can do this at home, super easy.
What are these?
It's phyllo shells, a little bit of brie cheese, some brown sugar, and then pecans. And then you just throw it in the oven for like 10 minutes until the sugar's caramelized, and these things will disappear super fast. You gotta watch out when you first take them out. They're like lava, but super delicious.
And then what do you got cooking right now?
This is Overland Cheats. This is some store-bought scallops with wrapped in bacon.
Hell yeah.
We're kind of last minute over here today, so yeah. Living off of Bugle chips here.
Bugles, got some tin cup whiskey.
Oh, and you gotta peep these knives here too.
Yeah.
I got a set coming for you, so.
So these are some knives that Jason sells. Do you have these on your website? Or?
Yeah.
So he sells these on his website. Micarta handles, one of my favorite handle materials. This thing is rad, dude. Woo. Look at that thing. Now before we completely lose daylight, I might as well give you guys a quick rundown of some of the gear that I brought with me, since this is my first time actually using the truck and camping in Colorado. It's my first time. Completely unprepared. Not the first night in the truck, but first night
he was nervous
camping.
to stay
here.
by himself, so we had to pull it up next to Mike.
Yeah, that's the real reasoning behind it. So I got a Dometic tub chair. I got two of those actually, if anyone else wants to use it tonight. Brought the Minifix. Can't show that though. Thanks, YouTube.
Oh.
And then inside I got, camera stuff thrown all around because I've been taking pictures and stuff as we were driving up here. Bag full of clothing. Shout out to Vertex. Dometics CFX in the back. We've got some Uncrustables, some Monsters, some Modelo, and some water in there. That is connected to the PLB 40, which you guys have seen in the past. Got some more food down here. Canned potatoes, salt and pepper, can opener. I even went out and bought a skillet in case we didn't have anything else to cook on. I was going to cook on this over top of my solo stove campfire. But I also have the Trayvax ration over here, Step 22 box. So pretty simple setup. And the only thing I'm really missing are like my air down tools because I forgot them.
It's kind of a transitional moment because...
Now coming around back, got the backwoods swing out open. Got this massive bed, but not a whole lot in it. Just my other Dometic chair and a little solo stove campfire. So, traveling relatively lightly. I don't think I'm going to be missing anything on this trip just because we're only out here for probably the night, maybe 2 nights, we'll see. I've also got my 2 Feathers 2F7 with me for when we need to start some fires here in a little bit. That sun, it's going to be down in just a few minutes. Gonna cook some food, have some drinks, and hang out for the night. Getting in there.
I mean, pretty damn good though, for being store-bought.
I love bacon wrapped scallops. Morning guys, we are back. It's about 7:30, maybe 8 o'clock in the morning. And check out the views. The camera is all frosty. It got pretty cold last night. So when I got up in bed last night, it might have been like 11:30. I climbed inside of my sleeping bag, and then I stuffed my hover quilt inside of the sleeping bag. I ended up warming up pretty quick, and by the time morning came around, I was just like a big rolled up burrito. It was nice and warm. The sun is now hitting the side of the tent. Ooh, that feels so good. Nice and warm. Yep.
Yeah, you wanted a little.
Morning, gents.
Morning.
Yo.
How was your sleep on your
It was palatable.
palatable? So Jason's over here making some quiche. Oh, it's gonna be so good. Eggs, prosciutto, got some chives in there. Mike and I actually ended up staying docked all night. We closed our doors and then had a nice neighborly greeting in the morning.
Yeah, it was a nice little zip. Oh, good morning.
What's up? It is time.
You guys with the cameras.
Mike's making a video too, and you'll see it on his channel in 2022.
Probably be 1 week after.
Okay, a week after this one.
This one side might still need a little bit more time, but oh yeah, look at that. Come on. Somebody got a plate?
Not yet.
Here, I'm gonna throw this back in for just a second. That other side still needs to do.
Like I mentioned, I'm kind of unprepared for this stuff. I don't really have cookware like I should, but I do have my Trebex ration, which means I've got a fork. So the plan was originally to show you guys how I set up the SkyCamp Mini from iKamper and everything, but because we made whatever contraption we made over there, I'll show you guys how quick and easy it is to put away. Got the ladder all cinched up. You just flip it up on top. You want to flip your windows in first. Now these straps right here, you basically want to have the eyelets all the way in on the inside. If you have an iKamper, then you know what I'm talking about. Now I can flip this up and pull these at the same time. That way it'll sort of cinch everything down into the middle. Now you just got to make sure everything's all tucked in. Grab your key. And that's it. Now we're ready to head out. Well, we made it out back to this little washboard road, which honestly isn't too bad right now. We had some plans to hang out here a little bit longer, but as we came down off of the mountain from our camp spot, there's like 1 million people harvesting Christmas trees because it's that time of year. So we're gonna air up and I guess head back towards Mike's house. Since he aired down, check out this setup. We got Philip over here using his compressor from his 4Runner. He's getting one tire dialed in. And then Mike's setup over here, since he has an extra battery, he has 2 Smittybilt air pumps, air lines, in-deflate. Kind of a wild setup.
YOLO.
YOLO. So he's going back up to what, about 45 PSI on tires like that?
I run about 45. I may only go to like 35 depending on how long this takes.
Yeah, might be here for the next 30 minutes. I already went ahead and dialed back my DSC controllers again, so stiffened it up, make it a little bit better for road driving. And when you're on a washboard road, I think that's a pretty good way to do it rather than airing down and then spending a bunch of time. One other thing that I wanted to note about the Tacoma is that as we were coming up through the Rocky Mountains, over the foothills and all the mountain passes and everything, I can say that the gearing, the OV tune, and the throttle grenade, those things helped a lot. It did not hunt for gears at all. I honestly wish I would have had experience with it hunting just so I could like be completely honest and be like, yeah, it's good, but it did still hunt. It did not hunt at all. Gear shifting right where it feels comfortable, and the truck is driving great. So even up over some tall mountain passes, 10,000 feet, it's been pretty good. Now later this week I'm going to be doing some like final touch mods to the truck. I'm super happy with the way that it sits now, but there are a few more things that you guys will see in a future video, and that will probably be coming out later this week or next. So I think that's going to be all for today. If you guys have any questions on the truck or anything else, let me know in the comments down below. Leave some likes and share the video. That way I know you guys are out there watching, and then I can make some more camping videos if I know that you guys are digging them. That's all for today. If you're new to the channel, consider clicking subscribe. I make new videos every week. As always, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.